Have you ever waited for that moment? The moment you feel ready, motivated. Like this time, it's going to be different. Maybe you told yourself, tomorrow, I'll start. And when tomorrow came, for a few hours, maybe even a few days, you felt it. That push, that energy, that version of you who finally follows through. But then it faded. Not because something went wrong, not because you failed. It just disappeared. And suddenly, everything you planned, everything you promised yourself, stopped. So, you waited again for motivation to come back. But what if that's the problem? What if the thing you've been waiting for was never meant to stay? And what if the people who actually change aren't the ones who feel motivated, but the ones who stop needing it in the first place? Marcus believed the same thing most people do. If you want more money, you just need to work harder. So he did, 6 days a week. Sometimes $7, $18 an hour at a distribution center outside Dallas, lifting, packing, repeating the same tasks for 9 hours straight. By the end of each month, after $1,100 rent, food, gas, he had maybe $80 left. He wasn't lazy. He was exhausted. But here's what he never questioned. Every problem he tried to solve started with, how can I work more? Not once did he ask, is this even the right problem? And that question changes everything. So he did. 6 days a week, sometimes $7, $18 an hour at a distribution center outside Dallas, lifting, packing, repeating the same tasks for 9 hours straight. By the end of each month, after $1,100 rent, food, gas, he had maybe $80 left. Some months, even less. He wasn't lazy. He was exhausted. His body was tired. But what drained him more was the feeling that nothing was changing. Same job, same routine, same numbers in his bank account. And the worst part? He was doing everything right. But here's what he never questioned. Every problem he tried to solve started with, how can I work more? More hours, more effort, more sacrifice. Not once did he stop and ask, is this even the right problem? Because if you keep solving the wrong problem, you don't move forward. You just get better at staying stuck. And that question changes everything. Then life hit him with something harder. His car broke down on a Tuesday morning. Repair cost $940. Marcus checked his account 3 times, as if the number might change. It didn't. He needed that car to get to work. Without work, no paycheck. Without a paycheck, everything else would start collapsing. That night, sitting alone in his apartment, he felt the truth he had avoided for years. He wasn't one emergency away from success. He was one emergency away from falling apart. And that's when the fear changed shape. It wasn't just about being broke anymore. It was about staying trapped in a life where one bad week could erase everything. Here's the part nobody tells you. When you keep solving for survival, your future never gets a chance. The next morning, Marcus did something he had never done before. He didn't rush to fix the problem. He paused. Instead of asking, how do I make more money today? He asked a different question. What problem am I actually solving? That question felt uncomfortable because the answer was clear. He wasn't building anything. He was just surviving faster. Later that day, during his lunch break, he sat in silence, thinking, and for the first time, he saw it. The issue wasn't income. It was direction. If he kept solving for survival, he would stay there. But if he changed the problem, he could change everything. And that realization became the turning point. No phone, no distractions, just silence. Instead of asking, how do I make more money today? He asked a different question. What problem am I actually solving? That question felt uncomfortable Because the answer showed up immediately. He wasn't building anything. He was just surviving. Faster. More hours didn't move him forward. They just helped him stay in the same place, with less time to think. Later that day, during his lunch break, he sat alone in the parking lot, staring at nothing. And for the first time, he saw it clearly. The issue wasn't income. It was direction. He had been optimizing the wrong game, trying to earn more, in a system that capped him. That's when a new thought hit him. If the system doesn't change, the result won't either. If he kept solving for survival, he would stay there. But if he changed the problem, he could change everything. And that realization didn't motivate him. It forced him to wake up. That was the turning point. Marcus went home that night and opened a cheap notebook. On the first page, he wrote one sentence: "Stop solving for survival. Start solving for value." Then he built a simple system. First, set a clear income target. Second, list one skill people will pay more for. Third, find one real problem you can help solve. Fourth, make one offer every day. Fifth, review what worked every Sunday. That was it. No motivation speech. No magic trick. Just a new standard. Because money doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards useful value, aimed in the right direction. And once Marcus saw that, his mornings changed, his actions changed, and slowly, his results changed too. But knowing the system was one thing. Living it every day was the real test. The first week was rough. Marcus woke up early, but his old habits kept pulling him back. Doubt, hesitation, overthinking. Some days, he did almost nothing. But then he remembered, if you keep choosing easy mornings, you'll keep living hard years. So he forced one action a day, one message, one offer, one uncomfortable step. No excuse. By week 2, something shifted. Not his income, his mindset. He stopped asking, "Do I feel ready?" He started asking, "Did I act today?" Small wins stacked up. One client, then another. Not luck. Proof that he was finally solving the right problem. And momentum had begun. 3 months in, Marcus faced his first real test. A small local business offered him a contract. Not stable, no guarantees, but double what he usually made. If he took it, he would have to reduce his warehouse hours. Less safety, more risk. That night, he couldn't sleep. His old mindset whispered, "Stay safe. Don't lose what you have." But his new standard asked a different question. Does this move me forward or keep me stuck? By morning, the answer was clear. He said yes. The first few weeks were messy. Long hours, mistakes, uncertainty. But then something clicked. Clients returned. Referrals came in. By month 4, he was earning more than his old job. By month 6, he left it completely. And for the first time, he wasn't surviving anymore. He was building. Most people think money is the goal. It's not. Clarity is the goal. Direction is the goal. Because your life doesn't change when you work harder. It changes when you start solving better problems. Marcus didn't become successful overnight. He just stopped asking, "How do I survive today?" and started asking, "What builds my future?" That one shift changed everything. So now it's your turn. Pick your number. Define the value you can create. And tomorrow, take one real step forward. No waiting, no excuses. Now, be honest. Comment survival if you're still stuck in the old loop. Comment building if you're ready to change the problem you solve. And if you're serious about this, the next video shows you exactly how to build income without working more hours. I pinned it. Go watch it now